Alright, what's up guys? It is bounty hole time. This is we're gonna get some action today from a bounty hole event at Mudslangers Offroad Trails. And I was just a bystander watching along with my buddies from Main Street Cycle and my friends and family. And as you'll see in the video, I couldn't resist it. I had to see what the 800 could do. So first off, let's watch this first run together. And this was the very first person that went. He was running a custom modified old school Honda with a straight axle. He had a huge axle paddle right over the center and some big tires, and he just eased right through there. And let's watch it. So, piece of cake. We just sat there and watched. We're like, is that really the bounty hole? We just wasn't, you know, he never sunk down hardly. He just eased through there. We're like, come on, this. I'm thinking at this moment, I'm like, I'm about to go get the 800 and just put it in low, four-wheel drive and punch it as hard as I can and skim across that bad boy. But here's the next guy that went. Let's see how it went for him. And he is stuck. He was running a Honda Foreman, I think, or a Rancher, and a solid rear axle, and he ain't going nowhere. So now we're at the next guy, and he's running a Polaris Sportsman, and it's barely running. He's got some stock tires on it, but he knows how to ride. He works this thing. And he gets pretty far. Let's check it out.
Yeah.
So at this point, I think I missed a few of the guys that went. I was trying to keep up with my family and all around that area, and I went and talked to some of them while we were watching, so I didn't get to get every run. But here's a young boy that hops on it's an independent rear suspension Honda, so it's a Honda Rubicon. And he's got some big Outlaw tires, and but the four-wheel drive, they couldn't get it to actuate, so he goes really far in two-wheel drive, but he is so light, so it's that Honda Foreman is just able to just plow through here. So check it out.
Yeah, that's all he's got.
watching the Kawasaki Brute Force. He had a custom lift on it, and I can't remember the tires, maybe some Outlaw 2s or something. But I had done went to the other end and to go enter into the bounty hole, and I saw him get stuck, and I was like, oh man, he barely made it to the halfway point. There's no way that this CFMOTO is going to get, you know, stock CFMOTO with just some 30-inch tires is going to get very far. So here's some pictures of a few guys that I missed. I missed their runs. You see a Honda, and then you see a Canam XMR that got stuck at the halfway point about where the Brute Force got. And I also missed a couple more people, but when I got down to the other end to sign up, there was I was number 12 on the list. So 12 other people had went before me. I'm sorry I missed some of that footage, but I was really nervous. I didn't want to, because I'm not snorkel, but as you know, the air intake is up, you know, right behind the gauge cluster. The intake for the CVT is located right here around the ignition switch, but the CVT outlet is tucked underneath the seat. And I got pretty, you know, I just did not want to tear up my machine, but I really felt that I could get through there, and that there was a center hump all the way down through there with where it's been washed out on each side from big tires going through there and stuff. You've done had 11 other people go through and waller it out. So I was pretty nervous, but let's see the run and see how the 800 did. Okay, I don't know, and I still don't know at this very moment why it died. It wasn't, no water got in it. I was churning it, son. It got through there, it worked its way, never stopped, but it was just slowly bogging down, but it wasn't like it was more stuck at the point of where it died. So if you're watching this and you may have an idea of why it choked down and died, please put it down in the comments. But anyways, I was able to crank it right back up. As you see, I put it in diff lock, and I go a little bit further, so check it out.
Muffler's out of the water, bud. Huh? Muffler's out of the water. All right.
Come on. Woo!
Man, so as you can see, I was so close to getting out of that hole, but right there before you get on up out of the bounty hole, I got high centered, and this thing, you got to keep in mind, this thing weighs right at 1,000 pounds. And you saw me trying to work it and get it over to try to get some side bite, and I just couldn't make it happen. So, but I was still happy with it, man. I don't know why it died. we were able to get out. They pulled me out, and I cranked, it stayed running. Drove it the rest of the day. You've seen the videos of us at this park. I ain't had a single problem since then, so I'm not sure what happened there. But anyways, super impressed by it. Here's a couple more runs from the bounty hole. So that guy had a 75% gear reduction in that Honda, and man, he was able to work it, and he was able to get out of that hole. But he did a great job, but he still didn't beat the first place time. But you gotta keep in mind, these straight axle Hondas are way lighter, especially these old school Hondas. They are half the weight of these like the Canam Outlanders, the big Brute Force, the CFMOTOs, and so you know, them Hondas are mud machines, man, that you can work them and ride them. They don't have much power, but you put gear reduction in it and you work that thing, you can get it through a hole. And as I've always joked, Hondas can near about run on 50% water. I mean, they're strong and they're durable, so I give it up to Honda for that. But anyway, so the very first guy that ran with the axle paddle, he won the event. He got first place, he had the best time, and he just creeped through there, and that axle paddle was able to keep him from bogging down because it kept him on that center rut in the bounty hole. He was able to just paddle right through there with no problem. So he won the bounty hole, and here's a couple shots of, I only got 2 side-by-sides. Here they are.
Made as far as the Defender did.
It's set down where I got stuck. Boys, we need to build a bounty hole bike. What y'all think?
Good idea.
All right, we'll start working on that.
Oh, there's a hole.
It's done. He's done. So guys, it was a fun time. It was my first time to ever enter a bounty hole. It was the first time for me to even see a bounty hole competition. So we had a good time, and I think the C-Force did a great job. I definitely want to check into why it stalled on me, why it did that. I don't know. Like I said, you may can help me out in the comments. I'm going to get with Joel and them at Main Street Cycle. We're going to talk about it and see what we can come up with. But we're definitely going to look into doing some modifications if necessary, and see what we can do to build us a CFMOTO bounty hole bike. So excited about that. I hope you enjoyed the video. God bless y'all, and we will see you in the next one.